Welcome back to the Stevens Complex. We're here with head coach Bob Riker of Brother Rice. Off to a fast start, 4-0 already. Things couldn't be any better. Give us a synopsis of the first 4 games.
Yeah, the first 4 games, we pitched well, and we had some timely hitting and played really, really good defense, but it all started with our pitching. They got us off to a good start, and we threw a bunch of different guys, and they competed, and like I said, our offense put some runs on the board and made it relatively easy to go out every inning and work to get ahead and get one out at a time.
This is a very deep, balanced roster with a lot of kids headed to college, committed. With that, I'm sure comes high expectations. How is this team set for that?
Yeah, absolutely. We have 13 returners. 11, I think, are already committed to go play. But, I mean, on paper, we're really, really good. But you got to be really, really good on the field, too. So we're going to push them all the time and try to be as competitive as possible in practice. But top to bottom, you know, we've got a lot of guys competing for playing time, which is good. And our pitching staff is really, really deep. So we just want to keep guys healthy and competitive. And the best part about this group is they like being around one another. So with those 13 returners, we added 7 other guys. So we've got a roster of 20. And I've got a really good older class, a class of seniors that have been around for 3 and 4 years. And hopefully they can teach the tradition that they were taught when they were young to the younger guys we have up.
With Bob Riker, the head coach of Brother Rice, you've been here a long time now. You've won a state title. What does it take to win a state title? You know what the ingredients are. Does this team have the fabric to do it?
Well, it takes a little bit of luck for sure. I mean, you got to get on a roll. You got to win 8 in a row, sometimes 9 if you play a pre-district. So I think if they can stay together and pull for one another and have those guys hoping that the guy to the right and guy to the left could be the hero of that day. That's the kind of mentality you have to have. It's not always the best team on paper that wins. You got to have a team, but the camaraderie is there. The talent is there, but again, it's very, very difficult because one guy can beat you at any time. You can run into anybody and they can shove it on you. So you got to be ready to compete in battle, and you got to win a game or two that you're not supposed to win in that run of 8. So it's one of the most difficult state championships to win in all the other sports.
Brother Rice today steps outside of the Central Division, a bit of a breather, but this is one of the best of the Detroit Public School League. This is a non-conference today against an opponent I know you respect very well, and their head coach, Coach Juan Sanchez.
Yeah, Juan's been great. We've played each other for a long, long time. I've been here about 35 years. This is, I think, my 35th season. We love to play them. We've been down to their place at Clark Park. They've come to our place now the last few years. Always competitive. He always has a group of guys that when you watch him play, they just love to play. And they don't care where they're playing. They don't care what the weather's like. They just love to play, and it's very hard to compete against those guys because they're going to go at you every single pitch. And Juan does a great job. I remember him as a player at Catholic Central when I was an assistant coach for Ron Cal, and he was a competitor himself, and he's definitely brought that out in his players.
Obviously, great start, 4-0. Couldn't ask for anything better, but I know as a coach you want to see some things. What specific things would you like to see today outside of the obvious victory?
Well, I'd like to see some of the younger guys that haven't really been up with us too often to get some playing time and prove their worth because we're going to need everybody if we're going to make a run down at the end of the year. The nice thing about baseball is everybody makes the playoffs, so not so concerned about the record, but concerned about how we play, and that's always kind of been our motto is just go out and play the game the right way. So hopefully those young guys can feed off of what the older guys have kind of done for them, and we can create a group of 20 that are all playing together.
Bob, thanks so much. Looking forward to doing this several times this year.
Yeah, thank you.
All the best today.
All right, thank you very much.
That's Bob Riker. We're back with more from the Stevens Complex. Brother Rice baseball against Detroit Western is next here on The Prep.